Good afternoon to all of you. I would like to express my gratitude for being able to address you at this UMD Global Conference and hope that you will be able to achieve your goals, and that is to merge and to link Macedonia with the world, however, to join Macedonians among themselves. And I'm not saying this just as a political, from a political point of view, but I'm going to say this my own personal experience. A few years back, I visited my relatives in the US. I had an opportunity to hear what's their life like, living with generations there. But even after they came and visited Macedonia a few years ago, we've had the time to discuss more about their family tree. And by accident, traveling from Biličica towards Vevčani, towards Ohrid, I had an opportunity to hear that actually their brother-in-law is also an influential relative in the Government Republic of Macedonia. And I learned a few years back that Trajko Slavevski, the former president of the parliament, is actually my relative, the person with whom I had severe political debates. It's not that we are now agreeing on everything, far from that, but we see one another with different pair of eyes, and we identify the fact that Macedonia is the place where different ideologies or political approaches encounter, but actually the goal is the same. So again, I would like to repeat about several issues about where is Macedonian foreign policy and whether Macedonia is able to find the place, the desired place, and the place that it deserves in this unfair and unjust world. I hope that most of you, well, I can imagine that most of you come from very or highly competent countries where competition and the race is an everyday thing. A lot of companies, a lot of countries know that their success depends on the way how actually fast they develop, but also they have to keep an eye on the competition, which is not an enemy. It's our motivation, our stimulus. Similar to that, the countries have to consider towards where they're moving forward, and where are the neighboring countries, and where is the region moving towards. So this is of concern to all in every management in every country, from the diaspora as well as here in Macedonia. As Antonia said, we were the favorite country when it comes to prompt or accelerated approximation to the European Union. We were the first to sign the start of the negotiation. We were the member of the Jadran Treaty for NATO membership for a very long time. It was expected that Croatia and Macedonia would be the duo that would break the ice when it comes to Western Balkan. If we analyze things after a few years, we cannot be very satisfied with the situation. Croatia just became a member. Montenegro, that in 2005 was not even an independent country, now started negotiations with the EU. It's not that she's doing well, but it's a non-irreversible process. And Albania became a NATO country member, and Herzegovina signed the Stabilization Association agreements, but they weren't favorites anyway. We have a frozen candidate status when it comes to approximation to the EU as well as to NATO. We have an invitation from NATO. It's an active one, but we are waiting in front of the doors. And that is a problem that we need to face, we have to face, and that's a problem that I ask of you to help and assist to the extent possible. It's a fact that the veto policy used on several occasions by Greece from the moment of proclamation of independence in 1991 is a great hurdle And that is why we were late in establishing diplomatic relations with a lot of countries in the world. It's true that in the past period, we were either opposed or there was an indifference by our southern neighbor, Greece. And that is why, to the majority of the extent, why today Macedonia is in a very, very difficult time. Because here we have two ambassadors present here, the US and the Great Britain. I think that we need to employ the principles that worked, even with this part of the world that succeeded in overcoming its problems. And that is why I think that it's a good advice of one of the British ambassador, maybe in the longest mandate, but because this is a bilingual conference, I'm not going to translate them.
Втората порака е порака.
And the second message is one of the first representative of the democracy, Kissinger.
If it is born in the minds of a few and carried in the hearts of none. Мислам дека зборовите колку и да звучат воопштено, испраќаат пораки на секоја држава.
These send powerful messages. We need better political situation in Macedonia. Without it, Macedonia, being a very small country, not very powerful, will have very feeble negotiation positions and very weak foreign policy positions. What we need of more is talk and agreement when it comes to strategic issues. And I think that even that strategic dialogue in the past year, due to frustrations, due to the political situation, is rarer and rarer. And I think that particular issue should not be avoided. We need more talking, less fighting. Because I'm sure that regarding some issues, we can find common grounds. And when it comes to certain issues, political vanity are the ones that knock down the internal consensus. I'm going to mention the decision in Hague. We are used to listen to various opinions when it comes to the Hague verdict, and usually we are emphasizing the importance of the decision, and at the same time blame the oppositioners for and those that oppose our views by being traitors and so on. But if you take a look at the Hague verdict, you will see that one of the chief elements is the interim agreement between Macedonia and Greece, which on a political level usually is being used by the political actors as a fighting ground. So the agreement that assisted us in the dispute is still a subject of political fight. You will see something else as well in the decision, the verdict, that the decisions of the political adversaries or the ones that think differently are used as an argument in favor of Macedonia. That shows to me that if we work in such a manner, if we don't fight on a political party level when it comes to strategic national name identity issues, results will come. And your assistance, your help, your support will be just that, to invite and incite more talks. And even if in the end we might find ourselves at the opposite parties of at the opposite side of the table, we should sit down and talk. In this state that has very short history of international popularization and independence, we need more self-confidence and being more united. It's not that we have joined and shared platforms and uniformed universal opinions as regards to a lot of issues, but also we have a lot of success behind us. Remember of how important thing was that the USA recognized Macedonia under its constitutional name. So remember the self-confidence back then. So again, thank you to the United States for their support, as well as to the great Britain's support that actually pushed Macedonia into the candidate status by being the chair country in that period. We remember the successes. We remember who our friends and supporters are, but we need more of them. We need more long-standing friendships. And above all, we need motivation from our home Macedonians and the ones that are from abroad in order to move forward. Lost days and failures are a part of the political life, but lost opportunities once in foreign policies, in diplomacies, are chances lost forever. So let's not do that. Thank you.